I have seen every moment you've stayed silent when you wanted to speak. Every time you've held back tears in the quiet of your room. I watched when you questioned if your life had meaning, when you looked to the sky and asked if I still heard you. I did. I always have. You were never forgotten. You were never forsaken. You were being prepared. Even in your silence, I heard the cry of your heart. Even in your stillness, I saw the weight you carried. You've wandered long enough in the wilderness of self-doubt. You've looked at others and believed they were chosen, they were ready, they were favored, but not you. You've believed the lie that your story was on pause, that your purpose was for another life, another person, another season. You've tried to silence your calling by distracting yourself with things that could never fill you. You've tried to convince yourself that your time would never come. But I am here now to tell you with certainty, with clarity, with power. It's your time now. The same hands that shaped the stars, the same voice that calmed the sea, are calling you into motion, into action, into alignment with the destiny I wrote for you before time began. I am not just inviting you into something new, I am summoning you into what I've already written. Do not mistake delay for denial. I was refining you, not rejecting you. I was pruning you so that you would bear greater fruit. I was stripping away what could not stay, so I could anchor you in what must remain. This moment is not random. It is a divine appointment. The time you thought was wasted was actually sacred. Every day you spent waiting, doubting, enduring, that was training. You've been in the shadows long enough. The light is not just ahead, it is upon you. And now, I am ready to unfold what I have planted deep within you. Walk with me. Trust me. It's your time. Chapter 1. I called you before you knew yourself. Before you spoke your first word, before you made your first mistake, before you ever questioned your worth, I called you. Not because you were perfect, but because I am. Not because you had everything together, but because I hold everything together. I saw your end before your beginning. I chose you not out of reaction, but out of intention. Your existence was not a last-minute decision. It was the unfolding of my eternal vision. I knit you together in your mother's womb with intentionality, not randomness. Every detail was designed with purpose. Your gifts, your voice, your perspective, your struggles, all of it is woven together for something greater than you can see right now. Even your tears carry significance in my eyes. The parts of you that you've tried to hide, I see them, and I call them valuable. The uniqueness of your story is not a flaw. It is the fingerprint of my divine craftsmanship. You didn't stumble onto your calling. You didn't randomly survive what tried to break you. I carried you through fire not so you'd come out smelling like smoke, but so you'd carry the fragrance of purpose. I let the trials forge you, not finish you. I permitted the storm not to sink you, but to shape you. You are not here by accident. You are not too late. You are not behind. Every detour, every delay was still under my sovereignty. This is the hour I saw before the foundation of the world. This is the season I carved out of eternity and placed your name upon. I marked it in the heavens and sealed it with my word. I did not wait for you to be perfect to choose you. I chose you so that you could walk with me into perfection. You were made for communion, for mission, for movement. And today I remind you, you've always belonged to me. Step into what has always been written with your name on it. Reflect on your past, not with shame, but with gratitude. Every storm you weathered, every silence you endured, Every stumble that made you question your path was part of a divine process I was overseeing. I never turned away when you fell. I never abandoned you when the nights were long. I was collecting every tear, shaping every trial, and using every setback as a setup for what I've designed for you. You must look back not through the lens of regret, but through the lens of refinement. Even your missteps held meaning. Even your delays carried design. Nothing has been wasted, not a single second. I was working behind the scenes when you thought I was silent. I was building your endurance when you thought you were being forgotten. Every step, even the ones that felt like detours, brought you closer to the person I intended you to become. Let gratitude rise above your guilt. Let thanksgiving silence your inner critic. The pain that shaped you also positioned you. The seasons that wore you down were the same ones I used to strengthen your roots. And now, as you step into your calling, carry this awareness with you like a mantle. You have been forged, not forsaken. Begin to speak this daily. I was chosen on purpose, for purpose. My past did not disqualify me. It prepared me. My scars are signs that I survived and that God was always near. Let this truth change the way you walk, the way you pray, the way you show up in the world. Let it change how you see yourself, as mine, as ready, as called. Chapter 2. Break free from the chains of delay. Time is not your enemy. It is my tool. While you feared delay, I was deepening you. While you wrestled with frustration, I was fortifying your faith. Every second you thought was wasted, I was using to mold you into someone ready for the weight of your calling. Time in my hands is not a thief. It's a sculptor. And I have been shaping you slowly, intentionally, with wisdom that sees beyond what you see. There were days when you thought I was silent, but I was speaking in a language of patience. There were nights when you questioned if you were forgotten, but I was engraving your name on the next chapter of your story. I allowed delay not to discourage you, but to develop in you the kind of faith that does not crack under pressure. Nothing you've experienced is wasted. Every step has brought you closer to the threshold of fulfillment. But now I am shaking loose every false belief you've held about yourself, that you are too old, too young, too late, too broken, too ordinary, too unqualified, too flawed, too forgotten. All of it, let it fall like dead leaves off a living tree. The wind of my spirit is blowing through your life right now, sweeping away what cannot stay and making space for what must grow. I am the one who makes all things new, not just the world, but you. I speak new life into dry bones. I breathe possibility into places you buried beneath fear. I bring strength to the weary, light to the discouraged, and courage to the timid. I see more in you than you've ever seen in yourself. You are not the same as you once were. You are being made whole, holy, and ready. I am not fixing you. I am transforming you. You've waited long enough on permission from people. You've waited long enough for validation from the world. You've waited for someone else to say you are enough when I already did, before you were born, before you were wounded, before you ever doubted. The time for hesitation is over. The time for shrinking, for second-guessing, for apologizing for who you are is done. The door I have opened for you is not held by man. It is held by me. It does not hinge on earthly approval, but on divine promise. And no man can shut what I have ordained open. No fear can barricade what I have already declared accessible. No past can cancel the promise I've placed in your present. What I open, no fear can close. What I release, no wound can revoke. What I speak over you cannot return void. You have been praying for an answer. This is it. You have been asking for a sign. This is it. I am not asking you to force the way. I've already opened it. I am not asking you to impress me. I'm asking you to trust me. Trust that I see beyond what you see. Trust that my door is bigger than your doubt. This is your crossing moment. Like the Israelites at the edge of the Red Sea, you don't need to understand how it will part. You just need to step forward and trust the waters will move. Trust that I will make a way even when there seems to be no way. Trust that the miracle won't come before your step of faith, but as a result of it. Stop looking back at Egypt. Stop looking back at your chains and calling them familiar. Stop thinking the comfort of captivity is safer than the risk of freedom. Your slavery to fear, to shame, to waiting is over. Your identity is not in who you were, but in who I'm calling you to be. Let the past stay in the past and come forward with me into freedom. This is not just your next chapter, it's your new beginning. Write down every belief that says I can't, every whisper that told you you're not enough, every memory that made you shrink, every label that tried to define you. Bring them to the surface. Burn them in your mind. Set fire to the lies and let the smoke rise as a signal to the enemy. You will no longer be bound. Tear them down in your spirit as if demolishing the walls of a prison that was never meant to contain you. Then write, God says I can. And don't just write it, believe it. Breathe it. Let it become the rhythm of your thoughts, the anthem of your actions. Begin acting like it. Begin walking like it. Walk with the confidence of someone whose creator has already declared victory. Begin speaking like it. Let your words match the truth I speak over you, not the fear that has followed you. Every sentence that leaves your mouth should carry the echo of heaven. I can. Take one step today in faith that you delayed yesterday out of fear. One step into purpose. One step toward obedience. One step into becoming who I have always seen you to be. Take it boldly, not timidly, not half-heartedly, but with the full assurance that I am walking beside you, in front of you, and within you. Take it now, not next week, not after another confirmation, but now, because this is the moment I've ordained, because I am with you, and I never delay without purpose. My timing is precise. My movements are intentional. I've waited for your yes, and now that it's here, nothing will stand in the way. Now I am moving, and so must you. With courage, with clarity, with the fire of faith burning inside you. This is the start of something new. Let it begin with your step. Chapter 3. Your pain had purpose. You've asked me why I let certain things happen, why I allowed pain to enter your story, why the heartbreak, the betrayal, the silence. You've wondered if I looked away, if I forgot you, if I abandoned you when the weight was too heavy to carry. But I tell you this, nothing touched your life without my hand permitting it for your transformation. I saw every moment, and I stayed close even when you didn't feel me. I never waste suffering. I shape with it. I do not cause evil, but I turn it for good. I repurpose it. I use what was meant to destroy you to develop you. What came to crush you, I used to carve your soul. I let the enemy think he won, just so I could show you that resurrection always follows crucifixion. Every tear you cried watered the soil of your future purpose. Your pain did not disqualify you. It proved you were strong enough to carry a greater purpose. It showed me your capacity to endure, to grow, and to love more deeply. Even my son was not exempt from suffering. But in his suffering came salvation. In your suffering comes strength. In your bruises is the blueprint for blessing. In your wounds is wisdom the world cannot steal. You do not need to pretend it didn't hurt, but you must now let it heal. You cannot build a new life while clinging to old pain. You cannot move into this season carrying the wounds of the last. I cannot pour new wine into a heart still sealed by bitterness. Let me stitch you with grace. Let me seal you with truth. I want to heal you at the root, not just on the surface. You do not have to bleed in silence. You do not have to carry shame for the scars. I am the God who binds up the brokenhearted. I do not shame the broken. I restore them. I do not discard the wounded. I send them back out wrapped in power. It's time to stop hiding your scars and start using them as signs. Signs that you've walked through fire and came out refined. Signs that you've been through the valley and still rise. Your scars are not proof of weakness. They are evidence of grace. Pray over your pain today, not for answers, but for healing. Come before me not seeking explanations, but restoration. Let your heart be open, even if your wounds still sting. Bring me your sorrow, your bitterness, your confusion, and place them at my feet. I do not ask for polished words. I ask for a surrendered heart. Declare, this will not be my prison. This will be my platform. Say it until it becomes the truth you stand on. Say it until the chains fall off. Let this declaration rise louder than your memories of loss. Let it rise above the shame, above the fear, above the lie that says you are still broken beyond use. I did not bring you through the fire just to have you sit in the ashes. I am turning your mourning into a message, your scars into signs, and your wounds into wisdom. You don't have to wait until you feel whole to help others. You don't have to wait until your story is perfect to speak. Use your story now. Tell them how I carried you. Tell them how the pain didn't define you. It refined you. Speak to the ones still in their pit, and let them know I am the God who lifts, who heals, who restores. Use your story to help someone else rise, and in doing so, you too will rise even higher. This is how I multiply redemption. Through your testimony, healing flows. Chapter 4. Walk in authority, not anxiety. You've walked too long as if you are powerless, as if your future is determined by other people's opinions, the economy, your past, or your feelings. As if every closed door means you're disqualified, and every setback is a permanent stop. You've let the world convince you that your limitations define you, that your circumstances set the ceiling for your calling. But I did not place you here to survive. I placed you here to walk in my authority. I didn't breathe life into you so you would live in fear. I breathed life into you so you would move mountains with faith, speak truth with boldness, and call down heaven with confidence. You are not a victim. You are my vessel. You are not empty. You are filled with my spirit. The same spirit that raised Christ from the dead now lives within you. My power is not distant. It dwells in you. It works through your hands, your voice, your prayers. So rise. Rise in confidence. Rise in truth. Rise in the knowledge that I have not left you powerless. Stop waiting to feel ready. Readiness does not begin with feelings. It begins with obedience. It begins with trust. The enemy wants you anxious, but I call you anchored. The enemy wants you hesitant, but I call you prepared. The world may want you timid, but I call you bold. I call you steady. I call you mine. You are not meant to tiptoe through life apologizing for your presence. You are not an accident. You are an answer to a problem this world didn't even know it had. You are light in dark places, healing in broken spaces, and strength in places of despair. Walk like you are sent, because you are. Walk like you are backed by heaven, because you are. You don't just carry your own dreams, you carry my commission. My word in your mouth changes atmospheres. My presence in your life shifts entire destinies. Every room you enter, every battle you face, every challenge ahead, walk in knowing that I am with you. You are never outnumbered when heaven stands with you. You are never overpowered when my spirit flows through you. You are surrounded, equipped, and anointed. Stop shrinking to fit spaces I called you to transform. Stop dimming your light to make others comfortable in their darkness. You were not made to blend in. You were born to stand out with purpose. Your uniqueness is your divine signature. You carry the power of the one who conquered death. You carry the authority of the one who rules the universe. My spirit is in you, upon you, and working through you. Now act like it. Not with arrogance, but with holy confidence. Not with pride, but with divine clarity. Let your steps declare who walks with you. Let your words reflect the wisdom of the one who called you. Let your life reflect the power of the King who reigns inside you. The world is not waiting for someone perfect. It is waiting for someone obedient. You are that someone. Now go forward like you believe it. Speak boldly today. Let your voice reflect the truth you now carry. Let your words rise above the noise of fear and doubt. Speak with the authority that comes from knowing you are chosen, equipped, and empowered by the one who reigns. Boldness is not arrogance, it is obedience in motion. Speak as one who knows heaven backs every word aligned with my will. Make the decision you've delayed. Don't wait for another sign or another moment of convenience. Take the leap you've postponed. Move toward the calling you've buried beneath excuses. The time for hesitation is over. I am walking with you into places you've never been, but I've already gone ahead of you. Trust that when you move, I will meet you there. Hold your head high, not because you are without flaws, but because you are covered in grace. Not because you know every answer, but because you walk with the one who does. Lift your eyes, straighten your posture, and know that you are a child of the Most High God. The weight of shame has no place on the shoulders of the redeemed. Begin to pray not like a beggar, but like a child of the King. You don't need to convince me to love you. I already do. You don't need to plead for my attention. You already have it. Come to me boldly. Speak to me freely. Ask with faith. Expect with confidence. You are not an outsider looking in. You are my own, welcomed into my presence, heard by my heart. Let your prayers rise with boldness, your hands lifted with trust, and your heart steady with peace. This is how kings and daughters of the kingdom speak. This is who you are. Chapter 5. Your time is not tomorrow, it's now. I did not title this message lightly. I speak to you now, with the full weight of heaven behind my words. It's your time now. I am not speaking in riddles, I am speaking with clarity. I am declaring a shift, not only around you, but within you. Heaven has aligned with this moment. My presence has marked it. My voice confirms it. Not when you feel ready, not when life looks easier, not when the conditions are perfect. Now this is the season you've been prepared for. This is the moment when fear must fall and faith must rise. I am not just calling you. I am releasing you. Releasing you from the grip of hesitation. Releasing you from the lies of delay. Releasing you from the weight of waiting. I am unleashing what I placed inside you before the beginning of time. It's no longer dormant. It's active. It's alive. It's appointed for this exact hour. You've waited for confirmation, but you already have it. You've looked for signs, but I've already given them. I sent the sunrise. I sent the whisper. I sent the words that stirred your soul. And more than that, I sent you. You are the sign. Your obedience is the miracle waiting to happen. Your movement is the key to doors you've yet to see. You are the answered prayer for someone else's deliverance. You are the vessel I intend to pour through. What I do in you, I also plan to do through you. Do not look at your limitations. Look at my limitless power. Do not allow the mirror of your past to cloud the clarity of your future. You see your weakness, but I see my strength perfected in you. You see gaps, but I see grace ready to bridge them. You see impossibility, but I see purpose. I have never needed human perfection to carry out my divine plan, only a willing heart. Do not let insecurity speak louder than my spirit. Insecurity will always point to what you lack, but my spirit will remind you of who you are. When the enemy tries to replay your failures, drown them out with my promises. When fear tries to raise its voice, raise your faith higher. Your feelings are not the final authority. My truth is. My truth stands even when your emotions shift. My word does not return void, and it declares you are chosen, anointed, and set apart. I don't call the qualified, I qualify the called. And I have called you to lead, to speak, to build, to rise, to overcome. You were not my second choice. You were not a contingency plan. You were my design from the beginning. I saw this very moment when I shaped you in secret. You are the answer to a need in this world that only you can fulfill. You do not need to compete. You do not need to compare. You only need to trust that my hand is on you and my spirit is in you. I have equipped you with what you need, and what you don't yet have, I will supply on the way. Provision is not something you chase. It is something you discover through obedience. What you need will appear when you need it. The strength, the resources, the courage, the wisdom, they are all stored in my perfect timing. I am not sending you empty. I am sending you full of power, peace, and purpose, full of my breath, full of my promise, full of my presence. Take this step not as a suggestion, but as a sacred commission. You have been entrusted with this time, this mission, this mantle. I placed it in your hands, and I will sustain you in the journey. Do not take your calling lightly. It carries the weight of eternity. But do not carry it in fear. I carry you. You are ready because I say so. Not because you feel it, not because the world affirms it, but because I have declared it, and my word never fails. Wake up each morning and declare aloud, it's my time now, because God said so. Let these words be the banner over your day, the foundation beneath your steps, and the melody in your mind when doubt tries to speak. Do not let the morning rush steal your declaration. Do not let the fog of yesterday's regrets cloud your clarity. Speak it aloud with conviction. Speak it until your spirit believes it. Speak it until fear shrinks and courage takes its rightful place. Step into your day with faith, not fear. Let faith lead your decisions, your conversations, your posture. Faith does not mean you understand every outcome. It means you trust the one who holds them. Even if the path is unclear, trust that I go before you. Let your steps be bold, not because the road is smooth, but because I walk with you. Fear will always try to paralyze, but faith is what causes you to rise. Take action in one area that you've put off. That phone call, that conversation, that step toward purpose, that dream you've locked away. Bring it out again. Breathe on it with your courage. Don't wait for perfect timing. Create momentum through movement. Obedience is your breakthrough in motion. When you act in faith, you signal to heaven that you're ready. Show me your faith, and I will show you what I can do. Show me your willingness to step out while still afraid. and I will show you my hand, making the impossible possible. Watch how I make a way where you saw none, not because you had all the answers, but because you trusted me without them. I specialize in roads that have never been paved, breakthroughs that never seemed possible, and victories that make no sense to the natural mind. Watch how I multiply what felt small, your effort, your faith, your obedience, and make it overflow into something far greater than you imagined. Watch how I align resources, people, timing, and favor. When you walk by faith, you don't have to chase opportunity. I bring the right doors to your feet. I orchestrate divine meetings and align divine provision. I bring helpers when you thought you were alone, wisdom when you felt unsure, and strength when you thought you had none left. I do not need much, just your yes, just your trust, just your willingness to move when I say move. I am not asking for perfection. I am asking for surrender. I do not bless performance, I bless obedience. This is not just about a new day, it's about a new way of living, a new rhythm of trusting instead of striving, a new posture of resting in my presence even while advancing forward, a new normal where fear doesn't have the final say and doubt is replaced by daily courage. This new way of living isn't about control, it's about communion with me. It's about waking up with purpose, walking with conviction, and sleeping with peace. And it starts the moment you choose faith over fear. That's when heaven moves. That's when your story shifts. That's when your steps begin to leave a legacy. It doesn't take a grand beginning, just a real one. Let today be that beginning. Let now be that moment. Let faith rise and lead you into the life I already designed for you. Chapter 6. I am opening doors. No man can shut. I am the one who opens doors no man can close. I do not need man's permission to bless you. I do not need the world's approval to exalt you. When I choose to move, nothing in heaven or earth can block my will. My timing is not governed by circumstances or dictated by popular opinion. When I open a door, it is because the appointed time has come, not a second too early, not a moment too late. You have knocked long enough. You've stood on thresholds, afraid to turn the handle. You've waited, not because I was absent, but because I was aligning your heart with heaven's purpose. You've waited out of fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. But now I tell you, walk through. This is not the time to second guess. This is the time to trust what you know in your spirit. Stop asking me for what I've already given. I have placed favor before you. Now it's time to step forward. The open door is not in the distance, it's in front of you. It's not hidden, it's not unreachable, it's ready. Walk through it by faith. Yes, there will be opposition. The enemy will not celebrate your obedience, but I will empower it. He will attempt to stir fear, plant seeds of doubt, and magnify obstacles to make them appear immovable. But I will flood your heart with peace that surpasses understanding. My peace is not temporary. It's a fortress. It doesn't just visit, it remains. I will give you clarity when confusion rises and courage when trembling begins. My spirit will rise within you like a mighty wind, pushing back the darkness that tries to crowd your light. But know this, when I open, I also guard. When I lead, I also defend. I do not simply send you through the door. I stand beside you as you walk. My presence will go before you, making the crooked places straight. I surround you with my protection and go before you with my presence. Every step you take is under my watchful eye. Every breath you draw is drawn under my covering. I do not call you to walk alone. I walk with you. And if I am with you, Who can be against you? Not trials, not people, not demonic schemes. No weapon formed against you shall prosper when your path is covered by my hand. Not only will the weapon fail, it will serve to prove my power in your life. The enemy will try to whisper doubts, but silence him with the truth. My favor surrounds you like a shield. It is not a thin layer. It is a divine force. My favor deflects, protects, and promotes. My favor does not flicker. It burns bright. It is not inconsistent. It is constant. It shields. It sustains. It establishes. It will make a way even when logic cannot see one. It will open doors in places others were locked out. It will elevate you without explanation and settle you without compromise. You are not stepping into a maybe. You are not entering uncertainty. You are stepping into my yes, a yes forged in eternity, declared by my word, sealed by my spirit. My yes does not waver. My yes is not fragile. It is as firm as the foundation of heaven. Do not let fear delay what I have already declared. Delay is no longer your portion. Momentum is. Do not let hesitation rob you of momentum. Do not overanalyze what I've made clear. I have already spoken. I have already made a way. I have already positioned the next chapter of your journey. Now it's your turn to walk in it, with courage in your heart and faith in your stride. Walk not as one unsure, but as one sent. Walk as my child, equipped and ready. Identify one opportunity you've hesitated to pursue. Pray for clarity, then walk forward with confidence. Trust that the open door is not a coincidence, it is confirmation. Chapter 7. Prepare as if it's already yours. Faith is not passive. It prepares, it plans, it positions itself for what it expects. It moves with anticipation. It builds even when the outcome is unseen. You've prayed for breakthrough, but now I ask you, have you prepared for it? Have you made room in your life for the blessing you've asked me for? Have you acted as though you believe the answer is already on its way? No farmer prays for rain and forgets to plant the seed. No builder lays a foundation without expecting a structure to rise. No bride prepares for the wedding day without faith that the day will come. Prepare now. Prepare as one who trusts, not one who waits passively. Because what I am sending will not wait for your readiness. It will arrive in my timing. It will not ask if you feel worthy. It will appear at the appointed time, and it will require a vessel that is ready to receive. Clean out the clutter in your heart, the clutter of old wounds, lingering regrets, and words spoken over you that I never authored. Make room where fear once lived and doubt once whispered. Remove the bitterness that has settled in your spirit like sediment. Shake free from the narrative that says you are still defined by yesterday. Remove the fear that has paralyzed you into passivity. Break up the stories that keep playing in your mind like broken records. Those lies that say you're unworthy, unqualified, or unseen. Clear the distractions from your schedule that compete for my voice. The world will try to fill every margin of your life, but I want your stillness. Silence the noise. Cancel the meaningless obligations that keep you spiritually weary but empty of fulfillment. Create sacred space in your day that belongs only to me. Make time for what matters, eternal things, not just urgent ones. Make space for what's sacred. Invite peace into the room. Let gratitude be the gate that opens your soul. Make your environment reflect expectation. Get your spirit in order. Let your heart find rhythm again in the heartbeat of heaven. Let your thoughts be renewed, your prayers be honest, your worship be raw. Let your soul be aligned with heaven's rhythm. Don't wait until chaos ends. Center yourself in me now. I want to pour out. but I will not pour into vessels that are not ready to hold what I give. I don't waste glory. I don't pour blessing into vessels full of pride, distraction, or rebellion. I pour into prepared hearts, hearts that say, "Here I am, Lord, ready for you." I fill what has been emptied for me. The more room you give me, the more I will pour. This is not a warning. It is an invitation, a divine opportunity to be in alignment with what I've been preparing, an opportunity to walk in rhythm with heaven's calendar. Prepare like you know the promise is coming, because it is. Not maybe, not someday, but now. Prepare your surroundings. Prepare your mindset. Prepare your habits. Let your calendar reflect faith. Let your habits reflect hope. Let your relationships reflect purpose. Let your inner world be built to house the magnitude of what I am about to release. Your obedience today is the key to your provision tomorrow. What you build in secret, I will bless in public. What you clean out today, I will fill tomorrow. Your preparation is the proof that you believe in my promise. Let me find you ready, with open hands, steady heart, and eyes locked on me. Begin organizing your life for what you expect. Whether it's a calling, a relationship, or a mission, make space, create structure, practice readiness. Chapter 8. I will restore what you lost. You've wept over what you lost. The time, the opportunities, the relationships, the energy. And I saw it all. I was there in the moments when you questioned if it was all in vain. I was there when your hands hung limp from holding on too long. I was with you in the silence, in the confusion, in the ache. But now I tell you, I will restore it. I will not merely replace, I will redeem. What the enemy tried to use to break you, I will use to build something greater. I am not limited by time. Time bows to me. I do not repay with equal measure. I restore with overflow. My restoration goes beyond symmetry. It moves into abundance. What was stolen will be returned with interest, with increase, with purpose attached. What was broken will be made better, stronger, wiser. What you thought was wasted was actually planted. What you buried in tears will rise in testimony. What seemed like delay was divine depth being built in you. Do not despair over the seasons you feel you missed. I hold time in my hands. I can breathe on lost years and make them fruitful again. I can open doors you thought had closed forever. I am the God of redemption. I can accelerate time, redeem mistakes, and bring beauty from ashes. Even the chapters you want to forget can be rewritten with grace. You are not behind, you are right on schedule. My schedule, heaven's timeline. And it does not measure you by the standards of this world. Your mourning will turn to dancing, not just in your emotions, but in your spirit. The heaviness that weighed you down will lift, and joy will rush in to take its place. Your confusion will turn to clarity, and the fog of disappointment will give way to a sunrise of purpose. Your past will become a testimony, not a burden. What once hurt to remember will soon bring healing to others. Trust me with your losses. I am already writing a restoration plan, and not just a plan for you to recover, but a plan for you to rise higher than before. I do not restore to where you were. I restore to where I always intended you to be. Surrender your regrets to me in prayer. Name them. Hand them over. Then speak this: God is restoring me better than before. Watch what I will do. Chapter 9. You were built for this. Stop questioning if you're ready. Stop wondering if you have what it takes. I have never called someone because they were perfect. I call them because they are prepared, and I prepare them myself. You were not built on the foundation of fear. You were built on the rock. My son is your cornerstone. You are grounded in eternal strength, not fleeting emotion. I placed strength in you that you have not yet tapped into. I've hidden endurance in your bones, resilience in your soul, and fire in your spirit. It will come alive in this season. It will rise when you step forward. It will awaken when you stop doubting and start moving. I have trained you in secret so I could use you in public. There were battles no one saw, tears no one wiped, nights no one knew you endured. But I saw it all, and I was with you in everyone. The same way David learned to fight lions and bears before facing Goliath, I've let you face small battles so you could be ready for the big ones. I built your character in quiet places so I could trust you with influence in open spaces. You are more prepared than you realize. You carry lessons written in silence, victories wrapped in humility, and a spirit that refuses to quit. The weight you carry will not crush you. It will shape you. I never give you burdens without also giving you the shoulders to bear them. The pressure you feel is proof that there is power within. Tension is training. Strain is sharpening. You are not weak. You are being refined like gold, purified in the fire, made brilliant through resistance. You are learning to carry with wisdom what you once carried with worry. Your foundation is stronger than your fear. Fear cannot uproot what is planted in me. You were not made to crumble. You were made to conquer, not in your own strength, but in mine. I am your victory. I am your anchor and your force. I do not lose battles, and I do not abandon warriors. When I call you, I go with you. When I send you, I empower you. When I promise, I fulfill. You are backed by heaven's armies and guided by heaven's light. You will overcome, not maybe, not one day, but now. Because I have already overcome the world. Reflect on past moments you overcame. Let them be your proof that I never left you. Trace the grace in your timeline. Write down 3 victories and thank me for each. Speak them aloud until your spirit remembers. I have brought you through before, and I will do it again. Remind yourself daily, I was built for this. Say it when the pressure rises. Say it when fear creeps in. Say it until faith takes over. Because it's true. You were made for this moment. Chapter 10. Step into destiny with me. This is not just about a moment, it's about a movement. I am calling you to step into destiny with me. This is bigger than your comfort, bigger than your success. This is about legacy, impact, and eternity. Not just for your sake, but for others. There are people waiting on the other side of your obedience. You are the answer to someone's prayer. You are the light in someone's darkness. You are the voice that will break silence, the embrace that will mend hearts, the vessel through which I will reach lives. Your life is not small. It is sacred. You were not created just to get by. You were created to bring heaven to earth in your unique way. Your purpose is not random. It is divine. Every gift, every weakness, every experience was intricately woven into a destiny only you can fulfill. I am not just writing a story with you, I am writing history through you. Your days matter to me. Your choices shape more than you see. Every step of obedience sends ripples through eternity. When you say yes to me, angels move, chains break, paths open. So now rise. Rise from hesitation. Rise from the ashes of who you used to be. Rise above what held you down. Leave behind fear. Leave behind excuses. Leave behind delay. You have lingered long enough at the threshold of calling. Now walk through it. Step with me into what I have prepared. You are not walking alone. I go before you to prepare the way. I go behind you to protect your past. I go beside you to steady your walk. I go within you to sustain your strength. I surround you with my presence. Let your yes be louder than your doubts. Let your trust override your questions. Let your faith be deeper than your fears. Let it grow even when you feel unsure. Let your belief in me become greater than your fear of failure. It's your time now, not just to dream, but to do. Not just to hope, but to move. Not just to see destiny in the distance, but to take hold of it now. Destiny is not ahead of you. It's now. It's unfolding with each step of faith. Say yes to me today. Don't wait for every piece to make sense. Don't wait until the fear is gone. Whatever I've placed on your heart, move toward it. Pursue it with urgency. Trust that I am already paving the way. The provision is already moving. The doors are already shifting. Walk forward with the confidence that your God walks with you, and I will not fail you. The journey has led to this moment. Every closed door, every tear, every lesson, it all points here. This is your time. Not because the world says so, but because I say so. I have chosen you. I have equipped you. I have walked with you through fire. And now I am telling you, it's your time to shine, to rise, to build, to love, to speak, to lead, to live. You don't need another sign. This is it. You don't need more approval. You have mine. All of heaven is watching and cheering. Go now. It's your time. And I am with you, always.